Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner. In today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a deck profile, and as you can tell it's going to be on Constellars, as this is what I've been playing IRL for the last while, and I've been enjoying it like all the kinds of fun that I would get from playing with a deck that I truly enjoy. Constellars have become one of my favorite of the dual terminal themes, the other one being Dragoonity. They're number one to me still, and hopefully someday we'll get Ravine back, but now later. For now though, I'm just going to show you what I have. This is a deck that's built for pre Dragons of Legend. Once that set comes out, I'm going to have to make some adjustments because Soul Charge is going to be seeing lots of play, and this deck can main deck it as well. It can also main deck some stuff that can help cope with it. So yeah, let's just get this show started on the road, shall we? So it's standard Constellars, which means 3 copies of Chaos, a level modulator, 3 copies of Alot. The extra summon, same for Pollux, it's an extra summon. 3 Sombre. It's an extra summon plus it gets something back in the graveyard. It's one of the few +1s that Constellars have in the main. Same for Sheraton. It adds a monster from deck to the hand, so sometimes you'll just need that one piece you're missing. You go into Sheraton, add Sombre, add Nelgady, add Chaos, whatever you need. Just the one though, multiples clunk, and Tanky's at 3, so the need for a second Sheraton isn't as prominent. If anything, I'm probably going to cut this guy to make room for Soul Charge. God, this has been like the 5th take of this video, and I still keep getting Soul Drain and Soul Charge mixed up. Frick me. 1 copy of Thunder King Ryo, best standalone stun monster in the game. You can still simply go Thunder King, set a couple, protect it, and win games against certain decks. 1 copy of Honest, because hey, everything's in here is light, and then the 1 copy of Bear. First spells, 3 copies of Stark Goblin, 3 MST, 3 Tanky, 2 Lance, a Book, Dark Hole. Those are all the standard ones. Then for the non-standard, 1 copy of Mind Control. With the format being so focused on rank 4s, Mind Control is a really good card that you can utilize to take their monsters and go to rank 4s of your own, such as 101, Lava Ball Chain. What else do I have in here that I can really go into? In some cases, you can go into Dweller, Diamond Dark, Cowboy, Heartland Draco, and in certain matchups you can go into much more. Say for Bujin, they tend to summon Yamato and put the hare in the graveyard first and not the turtle, so you can just take the Yamato and go to a Dynamo, an Omega, or as I'm liking as of late, Tsukiyomi, and do stuff there. And in the Gear Gear matchup, you just take their Gear Gear armor and you overlay with it. And what you're putting out may not be as impressive as what you could be doing in other matchups. The thing is, though, that you took away the Gear armor from them, so now they have to get another Gear armor to play, set it, and then wait another turn for the thing to go off, which is fairly disruptive. In addition, there are those times where your opponent's got a rank 5 or 6 of their own in play. You just mind control it, overlay into a Thunder Charger, or hell, if it's a Constellar Mirror match, you could take their own play of these and overlay it into an M7, although that doesn't really happen too often. However, I can easily see myself cutting this card too, as Soul Charge is just much better. Then lastly, the 1 copy of Rhoda. For other traps, it's pretty straightforward. 3 Fiendish Chain, 2 Black Horn. Rather liking this combination. Black Horn is just a second and third warning for the deck, and it's just really, really strong in stopping things like Exciton and Arc, where Bottomless doesn't really do is terrible against them. You only have 1 warning, and Fiendish Chain tends to get MST or Lance most of the time. Whereas Blackhorn is just, that's it. You have to have a 7 tools in play, otherwise that's it. And on that note, though, I could probably see myself cutting 1 of these into the side so I can make room for things like Wiretap, because that's going to be a thing. 2 copies of Dimensional Prison to remove the monsters instead of letting them go to the graveyard, which is kind of important. Bottomless and Warning. Fairly straightforward. I prefer those 2 singleton traps over things like Evac and TT, at least in this deck. Although I could very, very, very easily go back to running both of them, especially TT, in order to counteract Soul Charge. For the extra deck monsters, it's also pretty straightforward. 2 copies of Constellar Pleiades, your boss monster. 1 copy of Omega for when you want to grind against back row. 1 M7 for when you're done using these guys as materials. For the additionals, there's Volcasaurus to close out games, and Thunder Charge to put on top of the Volcasaurus and the M7 or what have you. One Dweller, it's pretty much an extra deck staple at this point. There's just so many decks that this thing just shits on. Plus, my locals happens to have Dark World and Sylvans being played, so hey, more additional matchups for Abyss Dweller to take a giant poop on. Currently playtesting a copy of Bujintei Tsukiyomi. You need 2 level 4 lights to make this. It's Beast Warrior, 1800 attack and 2300 defense, which is really good. And the effect is you can detach 1 material, then discard your entire hand, a minimum of 1 card, and if you do, draw 2 cards. The idea behind this card is basically you can use it to dig deeper into your deck. Sometimes you don't have to go into an Omega. I'd much rather just go into this, pitch 1 card, draw 2 more. Hey, they're 2 protection cards, or they could be a Kaos or a Sombre or whatever I need in order to do stuff on the additional turns. And it's just something else. Now, I could cut this out entirely. Either or works, but I just wanted to muck around and see how this works, and I'm liking what this does for the deck. It's probably just better off in some other decks, like Hunters especially. Then for other rank 4s, 1 copy of Dire Wolf. This is going to get dropped for Excidon once I get it. Cowboy to close out games. Lava Volchain. There's a really disgusting combo you can do when you open Pollux, Sombre, and Algaty. It allows you to end with this plus Pallades on the board. Incidentally, with Soul Charge being a thing, you can open now Pollux or Algaty alongside a level 4 Constellar monster, and that will let you end up with a Lava Volchain and a Pallades as well, which is also really good, especially if you're going first. Good God, that's a disgusting board. 1 copy of Heartland Draco. This guy, if anything, I think is going to see more play because of Soul Charge, especially if your opponent gets really greedy and does 1 for 5, and they already did something like play a Soul Drain or whatever. They already took a decent chunk of damage, and using the Soul Charge puts them at 2,000 or less. Heartland Draco for game. Why not? 1 copy of Crazy Box because, as I mentioned, Dark Worlds are seeing play on my locals. They always will be, so hey, something to take advantage of that. 1 copy of 101 Arc, and Dynamo. And that's pretty much it for the deck as it is. I'm very satisfied with how it is pre-Dragons of Legend. Post-Dragons of Legend, though, I will have to make some adjustments. Again, I have to fit in the 3 Soul Charge, and then I have to fit in some cards that can help me play against Soul Charge. There are things like Max C, which can be used to deter your opponent from going off too hard into Soul Charge, although I'm playing Constellars, so what the hell am I going to draw into that they're afraid of? Scarecrow? Doors? Trag? No, I don't run those, so I'm going to have to maybe fit in Veilers as well. Other cards I was thinking of as well would be Vanity's Emptiness. If anything, this is probably going to become a main board staple again. Especially in this deck, because Pallades can just bounce it back to save it. They Soul Charge, you Emptiness, you Protect Emptiness, you win. And then another card I was thinking of too that could see a play is Needle Sealing, as Soul Charge can make this thing hell alive. All you need is just 4 or more face-up monsters, just 4 more monsters on the field, and then destroy all face-ups. There's also Giant Trap Hole, which I don't have on me, but I need to pick up. When your opponent summons 2 or more monsters at the same time, you destroy all face-up monsters in play. Hey, Giant Trap Hole is searchable through Mire Mellow, so that's a thing too. Void Trap Hole can destroy any special summon to 2,000 or more attack monsters that are summoned at the same time and negates their effects. And you may have not noticed it, but yeah, I was not playing Torrential Tribute in my main. That's going back in now. Same for keeping bottoms in the main too, because they can also hit all the things summoned off of Soul Charge. And then wonderful pluses and such. That being said, though, that is my Constellar deck for right now. I don't know when I'll post an update to this. There's a couple decks I want to play around with first with Soul Charge. Disaster Dragon being one of them. That deck benefits from having Soul Charge as well. Oh, the things you can do in there. But until then, though, hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, this is BlueStory99, jacking out.